What's up, folks? Gaming Josh here. It is December 17th, 2017, and I thought it's time to start doing a state of the channel to see what's going on in the channel and how things are doing in the games I play that I don't necessarily broadcast to the whole world. I decided that I'm getting back to a better regular schedule, and we're going to start doing the states of the channel on Sunday. So you'll see these every Sunday. And we'll do the updates, and of course I try to save the big things, you know, for the states of the channel, but sometimes that's just not possible. Things are going on and I can't stop and record and then edit later. That might change in the future, but for right now that's not the case. Let's go start with the games, though. We're in Fill the Ocean here. I did reset, and you might not notice because after I bought everything, the know-how multiplier definitely is there. It's subtle. It's considering I have 12 million know-how, and the multiplier here says it's only 398. We're getting a whole lot more drops. Actually, I was offline for 12 hours, and I only got so many octillion, and then within an hour since I came back, I'm already at 76 nonillion. Actually, it's been a little longer than that. It's been maybe 2 hours. But we did get one last achievement. Let me look through the achievements here. So before we start clicking on all this and buying stuff and deciding what we're going to do, here's all the upgrades I've got. We've got just 20 more to buy, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be from the achievements below that I have figured out all of them except for one. This one. Now this one is total drops. I don't know how many total drops we're going to have to make on this. It's not a decillion because I already have that one. It's probably undecillion, but that's going to be determined. Now if you look at these, you can figure out what these are because you see the pattern. This is the this is the helping hand achievements, and you can see they go to 400, and then the air dryers go to 400, and then the buckets go to 400. And you see I already have those. Not the I bought the bucket in the last transition. But rain dances will be 400, but if you can see here, garden hoses is nowhere near. Well, that's pretty close. I'm probably not going to get it today, but that's what this one's going to be. This one's going to be 400 trucks. This one's going to be 400 fire hoses. This one's going to be 400 ice mine. This one's going to... So we can kind of predict what the last of these are. It's buy these. So... total drops and buy stuff. That's it. That's all that's left of the game, and it's pretty boring. I don't hit this too much. I usually let it go all day. I want to click on these aliens. You'll see the crazy amount of stuff we got. We did get this last cloud one, and this one, of course, is automatic. Weather station clicks include on this achievement, and this one I thought was a big one. 10,000 clouds. So that's the last cloud one down here, and we have 94% Mountain Dew. Now, if you notice, and you may notice this too, this ×2 looks great, but there comes a point when you get all these, your scientists, the crazy science bonus is better than the double. So use this one. Okay. So this is better. 40% more powerful scientist is better than double the drops per second. So keep that in mind. I would have to say it's pretty late in the game when you have to check that out. So just check it out every now and then and go back. Make sure you don't have aliens up here when you do it because you can't really see your drops per second when there's aliens draining your water. So click on all the aliens and then look at the drops per second and see if that 40% brain growth is better than the double. I recommend doing that. But we have 94% of the achievements, and as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 left, and it's pretty much going to be buying this stuff. And we're almost got one of these. I don't think I've gotten the 300 collider yet. No. So we don't have that. So this one will be 300, this one will be 400. And we don't have 300 rivers, which is close to that one too. So this one's 300 and the next one's 400. And then once you get all these, once we get all this, that's going to be it. And there's not going to be a whole lot left to go in the game except whatever this question mark is. And it's probably undecillion, but there's no telling. There really isn't. It has nothing to do with filling the ocean and how many oceans you fill and all that stuff, even though I'm going to keep going and keep it up because I mean, this game's not even version 1 yet. If you look up here, it's version 2.5. I would be pretty sure that this guy is going to continue making the game. Hopefully we won't have to reset and start all over again, but let's go ahead and click on these so you can see the power. Look at this, 126. So we're going to be at a decillion when we get this done, I'm pretty sure. Maybe before we even finish. Yeah, just over a decillion drops. No one let me click there. All right, 1.2 decillion. So we'll come down to the bottom and see how many. It only buys one H2O collider. And we can't get the rivers there. We'll just buy what we can. I'll turn the auto clicker on. That'll help make things a little faster. All right. So that's Fill the Oceans, and it's been a lot of fun. Let's head over now to Swarm Simulator. We are about to reset again. I like to reset when this mutagen gets to 0, and it's at 1615. We still have 70,000 energy to spend today, and you can kind of see what we're doing here. This rate, look at these rates here just so you can see them. We got mutation frequency, they all have a quintillion in them, which is quintillion is 10 to the 18th if you use the scientific notation. So this is the territory, and I'm not really big on territory. I do like it for the bonus down here, which we don't have yet. It'll take us a while. 5 days. Woo! Okay, so we're going to have to run some of those double everything there in a minute because I need that bigger than that. All right, so I did do this. I already collected this from last night, so 48 sextillion is not a lot. I usually wake up from an overnight in the septillion larvae, which is pretty nice. The septillion is 10 to the 24. So here we go. Let's get this out in here. I like to run this guy. Make sure, I think I did buy. See, I just bought this one here. And I haven't ran a House of Mirrors yet. So we're going to mirror it. We're going to get some larvae. And then we're going to run a swarm warp. And see what we got. See, notice that. Oh, this one went up. Oh, watch this jump. 144. Let's see what this jumps to. 179. That's nice. That's 30 quintillion on that. It's not going to be. It's probably not going to be enough to buy the next thing anyway. And I don't want it to be because then I want to have some left over to spend. So we're probably going to spend all these across the 5. I think there's 5. Pretty sure there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Because you want to leave some mutagen so you're going to have that go through there. So let's buy the 421. That's nice. All right, so I'm keeping this at 100 octillion neural clusters and just going 425 SX. So that's going to load that up a little bit more, and maybe we can buy one upgrade. All right. So we're going to do this again. Oh, I wanted this one. There we go. Okay, 1, and then we'll skip, and we'll just do 5 of these. We'll go down to 20. Okay. So now we can get this one. And we want to cocoon what we have left. That's 31 and 18 is 49 sextillion. So we'll cocoon that. We're going to have septillion cocoon. That's going to be nice. So whenever we hit that. And now we can only get, we got 453 off of that. But we did spend some of that, so with an upgrade. So 373 QA. Alright. And we'll just do this a few more times. One. House of Mirrors. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see these are already ready to upgrade. Because we swarm warp for 11 now. Oh, both of those are up already. Nice. We'll cocoon here. Let me see. What do we cocoon here? How many? 96 minus 21 is 75. So 75, 6 billion. We'll come in here and get this one. I might have a little bit more this time. 381 octillion. That's 400 quadrillion. And then I'll put that up to 40. Now we're almost. We should be able to buy that one now and make this down to 30 and get this even more now. Okay, that's good. That'll be even more for these neural clusters when we need to get them. Let's do this again. We got maybe one more. Let's see what we have to upgrade down here. Okay. And this is a really big boost now. It's going to be 68 S6. 223 quintillion the next run through. That's going to be rather nice. 402 QA, which is going to... I was expecting a bigger boost out of this when we doubled that, but didn't happen that way, huh? Go over to the energy here. I'm guaranteeing that this is going to be a septillion. Nope. Not quite. Let's see. 39 and 36 is 75. Now I can do this here. Oh, see, that was the big boost I wanted. All right, so now we can get 996 QA. That didn't. I can't subtract for nothing. Okay, that's fine. It'll be alright. I should be to the point where I'm almost using all these, but not yet, because we're not. These are only making 6 dillions per second. We want it to be making octillion per second. Because you could buy all of these. Well, let me just do it. Why not? And then see how fast it comes up. Oh no, it's only 6. Oh, I skipped septillion. Okay. Well, we just lost a bunch there, but that's okay because we'll get it back here. In fact, the last one is just going to be a swarm warp, so let's just do a swarm warps there, and move on with life. We'll get this one here. That's going to take that to 276, which is going to be a nice boost. And let's see how many more mutant. 1,000 energy. So we got a little bit. Before next week, we'll probably be reset. I would bet on that. So let's see. But that brings that back to Novillion, and then 0.43 Novillion, 0.43 QI would be that. Okay. And then add 9. 1.33. Let me see if that works. It does. Alright, that's what I want. Right around 100 octillion. Okay, so that's Swarm Warp. Swarm Sim. It's still going a little slow, but it is getting there. Alright, the next one. Let's go into Clicker Heroes because we're about to do a Transcension, and I had the calculator up here, and I need to get it back. And we are using the Grace of Olives calculator. It's time to transcend. I bought another auto clicker. I got the snowman on this guy. I actually got 2 of them, but once you get one, it really doesn't matter. And as you can see, we're as boosted as we can, even though we're so close to Skoger. I boost this guy up and I still don't kill him. So it's time to ascend. It's been that way for a couple minutes now, so we are going to do that. Let's ascend for E55, which is pretty nice. Alright, we'll click on this here. The goal on this one, we'll go over the stats here in a minute. Let's see. I want to do this, and then I want to go into Mass Samurai and put it on there. Okay. Okay. So we got him moving. We're going to save. And then we're going to go into the auto clicker here. Load a save game. Quick access. Documents. Desktop. Yeah. Okay. That's definitely going over 8,000. Let's auto level. E to 40 is enough to get us through. More than enough. Import. Get him back onto this track. And see which one we can buy down here all the way. We can start at Phalo. Okay. So we're still a little kind of early in the game. We're only starting at... Oh, actually, we're going to do orange. I'm glad I didn't see banana. Okay. So we're going to go into Gilded. And change this to aren't you glad I didn't say banana. And then we'll start talking about what's going on with things after I max all this out here and buy everything. All right, so we got that going. Let's look at our history here. We were on our 9th Transcension, and we got to 58 last time, and we got a 3,000 zone boost last time, which I'm proud of. I haven't quite got my HZE out of 7 yet, but we went 15 runs last time because the hero souls just kept going up and up and up and up. So I was like, you know, as long as you keep making decent progress, at least 2 each time, I kept going. And notice we got 12. This boost is not 12. This boost is 8. But this boost is 12. So I'm hoping to get 70 on this run. E70 is my goal on this one, on this run here. So hopefully we'll get there. And when we transcend, we should get about 80 hero souls. I don't know. When we started off, this first run is still kind of rough. But it got us to 12 on the next run, and I just couldn't go anymore at that point. And then the next run got us to 22, and then the next run got us to 35, and then I reset and realized that it didn't give me any hero souls, so I ascended again real quick after 8 minutes, and went from 884 all the way to 12,319. So I'm hoping this next run will get to at least 7, maybe might break HZE. And my HZE, which we'll see on this Transcension, is 17,419. Alright, let's go over to the clan real quick so you can see what's going on here. The members, we've got Brandon K doing really good at 44,930. He's blowing me away. 50 Cent's inactive, and Zarf's inactive because he's me. He's on my other account. And then his buddy Blade hasn't played since his first day he started. And he's right there. He's ready to ascend. That's kind of crazy, but that's what's going on in the clan. We're at today's raid, we beat level 523, and I can't even come close to touching any of them. So, you know, that's how life is in Clicker Heroes. So this will just go on until we finally... and we'll go on idle here until we decide to go active. I did buy another auto clicker. We're up at 4 auto clickers right now, and we have 107 rubies. We need 300 for the next auto clicker. And I haven't got my mercs up to where I can really farm rubies yet. Because now is the time of joy, because you get those candy canes to revive these guys and keep them up. And I'm hoping to get Leroy at least into the 30s or 40s. I think I have 7 candy canes left. But the fact that Teresa gets 10 Clickmas presents too isn't too bad. So one of these two are going to help us out here. And of course, none of these are bonus rubies, so they're all hero souls and skills, which we'll never use those, because the skills will be like I can't figure out if 1490 seconds is less than. It's pretty close though. It gets to in the later the game. I put the auto clicker on golden clicks when I walk away so it can run, but my cooldown needs to go down bad. It's still 15 minutes, but these guys are still good non-stop, I think. Oh yeah, 2 minutes and 34 seconds is way less than 386 seconds. So is this one. But getting the cooldown, this cooldown down is really what's kind of a kick in the teeth, and this one will never go down, but that's okay. All right, that is Clicker Heroes, and let's move on to the final game before we start talking about the channel, and that's Zombiidle. And I'm sitting here. We did beat World 3 completely. We did the Wizard 2, and we're now in World 4. And you can see here that it's pretty stagnant. I mean, we'll beat the boss because I have 2 minutes and 46 seconds, but I am not going to farm any more past this. I'm going to ascend, and I want to show you why it's upsetting me, is because if I reach difficulty 1190, I get this. But I think, oh, we're gonna have to do this without buying squid. That's not gonna be fun, but we can do it. That's not a problem. I've done that before. That is what's going on. Leaderboard is only just me and Llama, and I kind of passed him, so I don't want to brag about that too much. But okay, so let's ascend. Oh, let's see what we got in the crafts. A death mug. Nice. Okay. So we'll go into the craft. I did buy the third. I bought the third crafting station here, so I can craft 3 things. I like it mainly because of this stuff. Let's see what I got in as far as goodies in here. We ain't got any of those. None of these. And no power. We got 1 power potion, which we'll use to make a pearl necklace. We can't. I guess we're gonna have to just work on ghosts right now, which we did get some good stuff from the ghosts from Maurice to really help the ghosts out, which we'll work on a little bit after we ascend here. So let's ascend. Time portal, or whatever you want to call it. And I like this new quick options here. You just have to, change over here. 384,000. That's kind of less than what I did last time. So somehow my DPS went down because I got a lot more orbs last time. And we have to go to this other area on the map. Oh, we don't want to do that just yet either. Someday we'll be able to beat that right from the beginning, but that day is not today. Alright, so we're going to get this going here. Get some 5. And remember, we can't buy squid. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Can't buy squid, so... We have gotten quite a bit of those pearl necklaces because this is at 50 seconds now, which is really handy. We'll let that run. And look, we're already at 565 S with just giant zombie. So that's one of the reasons why you can make this happen. 5.846 million orbs. Nice. We should be at the 10 million range here pretty soon. I'm averaging 1 ascension a day. And it's pretty much AFK right now. Because you don't have to be around to... You just have to be around to raise your levels every now and then. We don't want to buy squid, so don't let me buy squid. There's squid. Okay, so I'm going to change this to max. Okay. So we don't want squid yet, so we're going to keep this up here. And that's Zombital. I can show you some of these items we got here. They're pretty nice. I did get another greed shard, a fortune shard. So this kind of went this up. I think I'm working on it still right now. Let me see. I think I'm still building it. And I screwed up. This should have been a war shard, but I screwed up and made a greed shard, but that's okay. We'll just do the war shard next time. We'll get a whole lot more money, which we need money too. So money buys heroes, which give you DPS as well. So, and having 6 times as many, and that's how this multiplier kind of works, because you multiply all these numbers together, and that's how you get your total multiplier on skull bonuses. So, you can kind of see how that works. And if we get another black orb, which will be a while, that would go up even more. But when you talk about a war shard, if you notice here, you have to go to one of these. Notice it says 288 from shards. That's multiplied together. I've figured that out. Kind of. Because I have 3 shards and then 2 big shards. So I have 2 times 6 shards and 3 of the smaller shards. So that would be 6 times 6, which is 36, times 2 times 2 times 2, which just happens to be 288. So that's how I multiplied out the shard damage. So the shard damage is huge. It's a big deal. It's not as big as orbs. Now orbs are really going to help, but the fact that the next shard is going to multiply this times 288 times 6, that's kind of what's huge about it. As you get more and more and more shards, you're going to see that skyrocket. So you should always keep up on your shards. You should always be farming one. They're too cheap. You should always be farming not a shard, but a splinter. 3 splinters make a shard, and 2 shards and an ectoclute. Oh yeah, we're still looking at this. So here's one of those. Actually, that's way fast when I scroll. Here's what I was talking about. 2 of these and 3 of these. If you multiply, this is 6 each. So 6 times 6 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 288. So that's how that works out. I really want the angel to give me another one of these shards, but it gave me a multiplier on the portal complete, so that was nice. All right, I have 3 of those already. It gave me something else too. These are just let's see if I can get to the unique. Oh, I guess I skipped it already. Huh? Oh, here they are. Okay. So the Divine Mirror, this is what came from the Angel, which is awesome. This is one reason why I have as many orbs as I do, because I don't play that much. This was the first. These are from Mari's. Multiplied DPS by 2 per black orb, which is nice. And then we have these 2. So this one increases ghost storage by 30, and it takes forever to fill that up to 50. Until you get this, where you get 1 extra ghost from villagers. So you start to see that fill up a whole lot more. So when you turn this on, you'll start to see those ghosts just skyrocket everywhere. So that my friends, is Zombiidle. So let's talk. Let's get to the channel specifics because maybe the people stick around and want to see what's coming up in the channel. Today's music is copyright-free Christmas music, brought to you by Hero Board. No copyright music. Google them if you want. I will put the playlist in the description somehow. Somehow. And I can kind of show you how I make these playlists for this. I have these one piece. You notice that when I upload a video, everything's the same except the title change. So I just have this one sheet. All I do is go through and change, like this for Hopes and Fears. All I change are these numbers, and everything else is the same because everything else will be the same. And the only difference is that this is the state of the channel. So 12, 17 music list. There. Okay. We can. I hit discard. Are you kidding me? So I gotta do that again. Alright, so that's the music. Let's look at the schedule here. I was doing really good about getting ahead. This was uploaded, so I need to change this to complete. So when you see C, it means complete. U means I recorded it and I need to upload it. Today's videos have been recorded. Tonight you're going to see the challenge level after 19. One of these was really tough. I think it was 17 challenge that was really tough. I'm pretty sure. But the last part of this first level was tough. 30 is pretty. The 30 board was pretty easy overall. There might be one or two boards that were kind of difficult. The 40 to 50 board, I thought the first time I did it was really tough, but I kind of blew through it. So I'm hoping I'm getting back into the feel of it, so that when I start New Beginnings, or the one after Hopes and Fears is really hard. It really is. So we already recorded 20 for Monday, and I actually recorded. I thought I recorded Farm Frenzy playthrough. Let me see. This is what it looks like. This is deeper inside Game & Josh's computer. I did not record Cheese Street. I did record Cheese Street 6. I don't know where I put it though. I used Bandicam, just so you know. This has to be it. Let's see. Sneak peek at tomorrow's video. What's up, folks? Game & Josh here. Another episode of Farm Frenzy 2. Today we're in Cheese Street 6. Gaming on. Thanks for watching. Alright, so that's Cheese Street 6 that I didn't move into the folder yet, but I did record it. FF271 Cheese Street 6, and then I move it to this other directory. And let's see, videos. And it goes into the big list here. And then we make the thumbnails. This is all the thumbnails. I make them all. Of course, you can tell I make them all because they look cheesy as shit. But you know, there's the thumbnails. So I'll have to record whatever's after 72. That's what I'm going to record today, and try to stay a couple days ahead so that I can get y'all videos. I upload at 7 o'clock every night. So we're going to keep going through the Delicious and the Farm Frenzy. We still got quite a few levels in Farm Frenzy 2 left, even though we've already done 70 boards. Somebody requested more Farm Frenzy. I'm like, I've been doing it every day for the last 3 months. It's coming up. Build a Lot is one that I still want to try to get back into. It's just really tough to get back into the stream and the there's like emotion with Build a Lot. You just have to be into this like groove, and I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. We'll get there, and get back into the Build a Lot videos and try to finish Build a Lot 4 on this machine. I have everything but the last 10 levels recorded, but I don't think I want to use some of that footage because it was on that crappy machine and the sound is terrible. And the machine sounds better on this one. Let's look at the stats here. This is what's coming up. Oh, we're also doing Final Fantasy Origins stream live. I'm going to try to start those around 8 p.m. and go for an hour. Except maybe on the weekends I might do 2 hours. The videos aren't more than an hour long. And if you want to go back to the Origins of Final Fantasy, the original Final Fantasy, we actually beat the boss on level 10, the first big boss. We beat him and scared the crap out of me because he's one-shotted my main kill. He has this spell that he can call, I can't remember the name of it, where he kills you in one hit, and he did that on my main character that I thought I was going to need to use to kill him, and I was really scared, and then my Black Mage saved the day. So this one's really fun, Final Fantasy Origins, and we're still kind of early in the game, but it's not a very big game. It's not going to go past like 50 playthroughs probably. Let's check out the analytics and see who's the most popular. We got some new subscribers at 133. We got plus 8 subscribers this month. That's good. Revenue I'm not really going to talk about. This is what I need to talk about, is because the top video in the last 28 days that was searched was Hot Dog Hot Shot, and I really want to get back into this. I don't know how to do a series on Hot Dog Hot Shot. I need to experiment with this, but it is the most popular video. Unifarmer and is still very popular as well. This video right here, level 42, Build a Lot 3, is probably the hardest level in Build a Lot 3, and that's probably why it is searched the most. But look, oh, there's another one down here. Game in Josh Live, Hot Dog Hot Shot. Hot Dog Hot Shot has 2 videos in the top 10. I'm going to have to start doing a playthrough on Hot Dog Hot Shot. And I never did a complete playthrough, and I never beat it all the way through with perfect things. So that's going to take some carpal tunnel in my mouse hand to get that done. Unifarmer's done complete, so there's nothing else I can do with Unifarmer. I could remake the video, but I just don't foresee that happening. And that is what's going on in the channel. I appreciate you watching, all the support and everything. We can look a little bit more at our audience here before we go on. Again, oh, now the males have overcome the females. Last week, or the last channel upgrade, it was the opposite way. But still, that's pretty close. I'm surprised that that demographic is that way. Overall age group 18 to 24 taking the cake there. That's pretty interesting as well. Most of the viewers are not subscribed, and I don't know if my daily stuff is watched by subscribers or not. I hope so. I hope you all take a look at my content, and because I do it for fun. I don't do it for that $4 that you saw on the first page here. I'll show you. $3.91. No one does it for that. Okay. And that's going to conclude today's State of the Channel. I hope to see you next Sunday when we do this live. Catch me on the live stream. You can chat. You can chat with me while I play Origins really easily because it's in a window and I can see the chat really good, and it really works out. So if you really want to see, comment and talk about the game, I could tell you how to get the game free. I'm not going to announce how to do it because it's an emulator, but I have the original game, so I have proof that I bought it, so I can use an emulator to play the game. So, and I have it on PS3. I just don't want to bring my PS3 in here. I have a PS4 in here, and there's just too much equipment in here for that. So, that is the State of the Channel. We'll see you next week. AMF, my friends.